Buddy, it's 14 minutes past 9 o'clock. Welcome back to the program. You can see who has joined us in studio right now. Our good friend Sheree Clark is here, and of course it's July, and we're in Iowa, so obviously we're thinking corn. But a couple facts about corn that you may not have known that Sheree has provided. Did you realize Iowa produces more corn? This is just Iowa. Than most countries produce, Sheree?
Isn't it amazing?
Like Mexico, we produce 3 times more corn than the entire country of Mexico.
And it's big.
It's
That's
big.
huge.
I know.
All right, so the corn is about due here, unless you have somebody behind the scenes that can help you out. But we need some different ways to prepare corn besides just the old boil the water and toss it in.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I've got some ideas for you. But the first thing, before we even boil the water and toss it in, you know me, I like things simple, easy, healthy, and raw. So...
Oh, Lou loves eating it right off the husk, just
pass
like that.
that on.
I've seen Planet of the Apes, so I know the original. Of course, I'm talking about the original. Do you remember that scene, Jason?
I don't. No.
I don't remember that.
Oh, were they in the field? Do you remember that, Sheree?
I haven't seen it,
I'm
but
removing these
this is my
due to
whole
past experience.
I'm just excited
it's
for my first
explosive.
sweet corn
it
tasting of
so
the
good.
year.
Isn't it awesome?
You stole these from a field, didn't you?
I stole them, you betcha. And
Oh,
it's so good. And we get like locked into this idea that we have to cook and prep and put oil and salt, and you can do that.
Do you want to know why it's called sweet corn? I'm going to look at the camera here. Want to know why it's called sweet corn? Try this, and you will know. It jumps out at you.
Oh my gosh, so good.
It's so awesome.
So good.
You don't have to do a darn thing to it.
You got to talk to your dealer.
So that's our segment. Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you'll get a worm and you have meat at the same time. So that'll be good.
Lou.
Okay.
No, well, anyway.
No, but I'm serious. This is really, really good.
It's awesome. So you can dress it up. You can do things other than just putting butter on it. You could use some truffle oil if you wanted to be gourmet. Or I brought Jason a little bit of garlic salt there because I know he's a salt liker. And yeah, so you can do a lot of different things. But consider eating it just plain and raw.
It is good.
It is really
Everyone
good.
has to experience that just once, and because it's amazing.
It is, and it's great when it's warm from the field too. That's when it's really
I haven't
good.
tried that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This has been chilled, which is what you should do to corn once you get
Yes,
it.
to store it in the fridge. I put it in the crisper drawer. I usually leave it in a paper bag. I don't put it in plastic. I put it in a paper bag. For some reason, it seems to keep a little bit better. Everybody's got their own technique. That's the one that works for me.
Good to try.
So let's move on now and talk about corn chowder.
Chowder.
So
Yes,
you've got
please.
that in a bowl in front of you. Now, you know me, no dairy, don't cook anything, so this is a raw corn chowder.
How are you going to do raw corn? I dropped my spoon. You get.
Yeah, I freaked you out, didn't I? Okay, so the chowder, you can see that it's thick and rich and creamy looking. The way that I did that is to use cashews and some fresh coconut. Those are the things that make it creamy. It's a chilled soup. And then, of course, there's a lot of corn in there. And then you're going to taste a little bit of a back bite of a spice. That's some ancho chilies. Because corn goes really well with a hot, spicy kind of a flavor.
That's good.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Very filling.
Especially this weekend when it gets real warm.
Yes, exactly.
You can taste the coconut.
Yeah, a little bit. And you can, if you don't like the coconut taste, you can pull back on that, add a little bit more cashews. A little less coconut and whatever.
That's good.
But I really like it. You can also put a little bit of lime juice on there if you wanted to make a citrus spice to it. You could make it hotter if you wanted. You can change it however you want. But corn chowder, a lot of people think, oh, it's so complicated and it's
really
a lot
good.
of dairy. It doesn't have to be.
How much corn did you use for something like this?
4.5 cups in this, and I made a vat of about 6 or 7 servings that I ate.
And how much
I
you
ate
get
5.
off an ear normally? Do we have any idea? Or you just
It
keep-
varies with the ear and how succulent it is and how big and how many. So I would say I probably use like 9 or 10 ears.
Okay. So just grab a dozen.
That's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah. And here's another thing. If you're going to be buying corn at the end of the season, you can, when it's inexpensive and it's abundant and you're like, oh, it's so good, I've got to get my fill. You can cut it off, shuck it off, don't cook it. Put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and it's good in the winter. You don't have to. You do not have to blanch it. And when it freezes, and then you use it in a raw recipe like this, it gives it that cooked consistency. So,
awesome.
just a couple of good tips.
Nice.
Another tip is I'm going to have you turn to the little cup in front of you, and it looks like kind of like water right there.
Oh, this here.
Right.
That's a moonshine.
It looks like moonshine. What it is tea that I've made from corn silk. So
Just the strands.
silks, exactly, the strands.
It smells like corn silk.
It smells
believe it or
like
not.
corn silk. It tastes like corn.
Good.
And it's awesome. And that's all that's in it. You can sweeten it if you want. You can put a little honey in there.
You need a lot of honey in here. What are you talking about? Yeah.
You're not liking it.
No, I'm not digging this. To be honest with you,
It literally tastes like if you took corn silks and
And boiled them.
Yeah, boiled
yes, I like the taste.
Is there anything good in
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
No, I mean, it is
Not
good.
like vodka.
honey, what do you put it in there? Yeah.
You could put honey in it. I wanted you to taste it unadulterated. You can dress it up however you want. The reason that you would drink corn silk tea, it's really good for bladder, kidney, stones. It's good for high blood pressure. It's a medicinal tea. So you drink it for
I need all of yours
medicinal
then.
reasons.
High blood pressure. Well, working with these two. Hang on. just a
Yeah,
second.
indeed.
That's everything I need, so that's good.
It's also supposed to be good for children who have bedwetting tendencies. So anything to do with the
Seriously?
bladder and kidney. So look it up if you're curious about that or if you've got those kinds
And
of
it's
issues.
simply the silks from the corn.
It's the silks from the corn. Rather than waste them, just use them
I'll
and
be
boil them in
darned.
tea. So nothing goes to waste around here.
Apparently not.
Okay.
Oh.
So we like bread, we like tortillas, we like making sandwiches. We can do a corn tortilla from scratch very easily. It took me about 3 hours of cooking yesterday, about 10 hours to prepare it. So this is made out of corn, some flax seeds and sunflower seeds that I ground up, put in the food processor, put in the dehydrator for 3 hours, and boom, we've got the
And
tortillas.
Lou, you've got a dehydrator.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
A square one. Yep.
And so if I had cooked them a little bit less, they'd be more pliable.
No, this is pliable
It's very
nonetheless.
pliable.
Yep.
If I left them in longer, they'd be more of a chip consistency. I did kind of a mid-range for you. And I've got a little bit of corn salsa for you if you wanted to try
So
it
could
on there.
you go a little bit further and make like a chip, like a
You could.
tortilla chip type
That's
thing?
great.
This
Isn't
is
that
like
awesome?
a thick tortilla.
Yeah, and you can make it thinner if you want. I like them thick. I like them to be kind of meaty so that we can do what Jackie's doing, put the entire whole wad there and it holds it. You could put some sauteed vegetables in there, and now you've got something that's a gluten-free
You know what it needs, Sheree?
carrier. I knew. That's why I brought that for you, Jason.
Hello,
He takes
salt.
the
Who's got
lid
your
off
back?
he takes the lid off the salt.
Dumps it, yeah.
To dump it on there.
That
That is really good. Now, I want to make sure we mention you are in a magazine. You are in a publication. This is very
magazine.
cool.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Blue, and it's from the WellMark Group and WellMark Iowa, and I'm really excited. It's they did a 6-page spread on my advice for shopping in farmers markets, and I've got recipes in there. So if you're
Ooh, look
a
at that.
WellMark member, then you're automatically on the mailing list to receive that, and it went to over 1 million people. From what I
Really?
understand, yeah, pretty exciting, yeah.
I wonder if there's a way. Can you check it out online? I wonder.
Yes, you can. If you go to the WellMark site, you can absolutely, and the back issues are on there. But you don't care about the back issues; you care about the current issue.
The
'cause
one
that's
you have
the one
here.
that I'm in.
You know what? Try this, you guys. Try,
These tortillas
try
are
dipping
great.
this in the.
Too late, I already ate it.
I
And
love
then
that
wash it
tortilla.
down with the tea.
All absolutely delicious, and I mean, we're appreciating our sweet corn, something that we have right here locally.
Yes.
You can pick up at the farmer's market. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth
That's
full. 'cause
good.
It's so good.
We're
This is
kicking
all
off the
Great
sweet
ideas,
corn
great advice. If people want more information, they want recipes, of course they can get in touch with you, but what's the best place to go?
They would go to my website, which is fork-road.com, or if they want to email me directly, if any of these recipes intrigue you, if you've got questions about corn or any of the other things
love
that we
all
talk
of
about
these.
here on these segments, send me an email at info@fork-road.com.
All right. When do you get your next season go up and going here?
We're
young
working
lady?
on our
good.
sponsorship for the next season. It's coming together,
Okay.
we hope, and you'll be hearing more from me.
That
telling
sounds
you, all
good.
these
But
are
keep
wonderful.
bringing the good stuff.
This
Thank
was good.
you.
Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful.
indeed.
Check it out, folks. Fork in the Road, a unique opportunity to eat things that you maybe never tried before. This is really good. We'll be right back. We're going to finish.